Hi, everybody. My name is Amy. I'm here from Journals and More, created by Crack Amy. And I'm here working on the theme Flips and Strips, which I'm here for Rach and Bella Crafts. And I'm actually working in process of working on a journal with their spring kit, which is Step into Spring. And I'm making an altered book journal currently. And I want to make a flip for this journal with strips that I have laying around. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of just inking right now, but um, I had some strips left over from the kit and some book page. So I'm gonna make a basically a collage board on an old book page, and I'm gonna make a flip out for the journal. So what I'm doing is I'm just starting out with some strips, and I mean we all have strips, that's for sure. And I'm gonna make, I guess, basically like a master board to start. And I think that's always a good way to do it. Another thing I was going to do with the strips was make a paper clip possibly too. And excuse me if you hear my grand dog barking. I have had my grand dog the last few days while my son works, and my daughter-in-law is taking care of our new grandbaby and the other dog actually. So we take her we take her a couple of days a week usually, just to give my son's wife a break with trying to care for a newborn, which I think he's 7 weeks yesterday, 7 weeks old yesterday. So he's a very new baby, and we know as moms, I know how exhausting that can be. So we we help out with our grand dog. So, and she's out probably barking at deer more than likely. That's her favorite thing to do. We live in the woods, so we have a lot of wildlife, and so we have. She keeps busy barking and protecting the house and the family. So yeah, so the kit that we've been working with on that journal is Step into Spring, and I will link that in the description. Um, oh, this is a piece also that I saved. This is going to be a pocket, so I wanted to save this one and set it aside, because when you flip it over top the page, it's going to have a pocket underneath. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm basically just taking this piece of book page, and I'm just gonna cover it up with some strips to start, and it'll go pretty quickly actually. I'm using Uhu magic glue stick, so I'm just using that to start. And basically, I like to use book page because it's very sturdy, but also too, it's a good way to use up those book pages that we all have many of. And I'm also incorporating some actual book page too. So what I do is I kind of just fill it. I'll cut it and trim it all later. And I don't want to overthink it. I don't want to make it too cumbersome. So it's just about filling in these spaces. And when you have a lot of strips laying around, it's easy to do. So, all right, let's put this one in here. And I also will tear things as I go along. I will not cut them with scissors. Everything is either torn with a tear ruler or with my fingers. So, yeah. Okay, this can go in here, and this needs to be torn a little bit. So then I'll just take my dauber and ink it a little bit. There we go. Perfect. It fits. And then let's see. How about another piece of book page here? And I don't mind that the book page will be crooked, upside down, whatever. I'm not fussy about that, because I know it's weird that I'm putting book page on book page, but the book pages always make a really good base. It's not too heavy, but yet they're sturdy, and I'm not using a book page that's brittle. And you can use brittle book page if you choose to, because it actually really does work out well too. Okay. See, it's going pretty quickly with the strips. That's why I tried it. Oh, let me use this piece. I'm going to put this piece like right here. And I don't mind it overlapping. So I don't mind it overlapping. So this can overlap here, and I don't mind that at all. Okay, let's see. I want this like this, actually. Okay. And normally, if I were off camera, I would sew this. But I won't be sewing this one because I'm on camera. But I sew pretty much all my paper. I'm going to put this one like this. Actually, you know what? I want to put some pink in here. Yeah. Okay. And then, oh, I love this collage piece right here. I could not bear to throw that piece away. It's a nice piece. I really like it. I'm a sucker for collage, so I think I'm going to put a little piece of book page in there. And I know that one's a little too wide. I don't like that. So let's tear it down a little bit. And again, if it starts out as a strip and you need it to shrink down, shrink it down. Okay, there we go. Good. So this is covered on this side. And you see, I literally just covered that so quickly. Now I'm going to trim the edge on this one. But these even are a great mass make. I mean, this goes pretty quick. And I'm just going to trim this down because I need to cover this other side. And that's why I said this is going to be very, very sturdy. Okay. And I'll get rid of all these scraps later. And I'm in the middle of also a retreat, a virtual retreat. So I have stuff all around me, and I apologize for that. This is not normally like this for me. But I can't, I'm working on my second day of virtual retreat, which is 2 hours long. So I have that project around me as well. But I wanted to make sure I got this done today. So now I'll take the pieces I cut off, and I will incorporate them back in the other side. So this way, nothing is wasted. We don't want to waste. Okay, so that will go there. And then let's go back over to, let's put a piece of pink in. This pink will go pretty here. All right. And again, I just run a bead of glue. It gives you a little bit of time. That's why I use a glue stick. And let's take this one right here. Yep, I like that one. Now I'm going to put a piece of book page here. And then I'll put a piece of book page there just to break it up a little bit. And I have more strips of book page, believe me. I always have an overabundance of book page. And that's why I think it's important for us to use it up. Because I really like upcycling if I can. It's always important. Ooh, look at this nice strip. This is a really good strip. I think I'm going to put that one there. But I like the roses, so I don't want to. Let's do this. Let's put that one right there. Okay. And then I have this little piece of pink. Pop that in there, but I want to take a little piece of that off. A little too long. Put this here. There we go. And then we're going to take this piece here. Yep, why not? Oop, wrong one. Not the glue stick, sorry, yeah. I'm trying to use up these strips because I don't want to waste any of them. Okay, let's take this piece in here. And actually, you know what? Let's take that back off. I'm going to put a piece of this right here and then kind of bend it a little bit and tear it. Okay, yep, works out. And I just put a little ink on there. I like it a little rough, rustic. I don't want it perfect at all. So I want to bring this down because I want this to go over the paper more than the pink. And like I said, if I just lift this up, put a little glue, believe me, it'll stay, won't you? And usually, like I said, if I sew it, I don't really glue this much. Okay, and I do love this collage piece. I want to use this up. Let's put that one here. No, you know what? I want to kind of, all right, I need more book page. Oh, here's a piece. This is a good piece. Okay, I know y'all make basket I get it. I know this is, but this is just the process I'm using. Again, this is just an example of how I may do it. I sometimes I do it differently, but I'm going to put this piece here. And then what I want to do is kind of want to take it upside down, if I'm being honest. I know it seems weird, but it just is. Because when I flip it and flap it, it's gonna have different angles. So, all right, and it's gonna hang over a little bit off the side. And I did put the whole strip down for a reason, because I do want to incorporate this collage piece, but I don't want to. Oops, excuse me. Okay, let me cut these off so I know where the end is. This is going to be cute, actually. I'm kind of excited how this is coming out. I see where I need some glue. It's right here. And like I said, if I was sewing, I wouldn't even worry about this. I'm going to cut this off. And then this edge. Like that, because that's the edge there. And I will neaten all this up later once I'm done filling it all in. Now I want to put this collage piece like on here. Kind of, I'm thinking I'm going to have to break it up a little bit. Ooh, this would actually be cute there. Okay, let's do this. Let's actually, weirdly, I kind of want to break this up a little bit over here. And I do this. I'll go back and I'll add pieces, and I tend to do that quite a bit. This is kind of my process. It doesn't make it right, wrong, or indifferent, right? Everybody has their process. What I'm going to do, because I do really want to use this piece, and I have an idea. So what I'm going to do is put that there, and then I'm going to take another piece, I'm going to rip this up a little bit, take some of that white off, and then I'm going to pop this like right here at the top, I think. I just don't like that now. Ooh, I kind of like that. Ooh, I do like that. I think I'm actually going to take that because I like these roses a lot. So I think I'm going to take that right across there. Yep, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I end up doing this. I end up going back because I end up liking something better. And it doesn't matter. And I do have a ruler here. I'm just going to tear it real quick. There we go. Okay. And then I will ink this all up at the end too. Okay. And now I decided what I'm doing now is taking, I'm not going to cover it because I was saving, remember, I was saving this piece. So this is going to become the pocket right here. Okay. So now pretty much done with that. By the way, I lost my glue cap, so I'm using a different thing to hold to keep it moist. Don't ask. Okay, so look, I only had this couple strips left from the kids bar. This is it right here. That's not much. And I have these hearts too that I'm gonna incorporate because these are part of the Step into Spring kit ephemera. And I'm gonna actually use these because I won't use them probably in the journal, so I want to use this on the flip, one of them anyway. And I just like them, and so sorry, my voice is very raspy today. I have allergies really bad. Let's see. Okay, all right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go around and ink, and I want to use, instead of the darker ink, sorry for my reach, y'all, I'm gonna use my my sage color because that's what I've been using to ink this journal. I just wanted to make sure I had a little bit of it, the darker ink on the pieces. And then I'm gonna take this and just ink the edges with the green. Right. And then I do want to, I'm going to take my my cutter. Actually, before I do that, let's do that. I have, and again, sorry, I'm in the middle of a retreat. I have this cutter, this paper cutter that's really awesome because I just pick my underneath. I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do the decal on this. And I changed the blade really quickly. It's one of the best tools. And look how quick this is. Now I have a decal edge. And I am going to trim this down because I do want this to be very, very neat. And the reason for that is because I am folding it over top of a page. So I am going to trim this up. And yeah. So that's that. Oh my gosh, look how cute this is already. Just using strips. Just using strips of leftovers. Okay. Now, before I lose my edge, it pops in the back here because I want to lose my blades. Look, I just have these little scraps left. All right. Now, and then I want to round the edges. I like me a rounded edge. I like me a rounded edge. Yes, I do. Okay. Okay. All right, now let's take the green back around again. I'm using ice spruce just around the edges of this. And one of the things that I like to do on these too is I like to stamp them. I do that a lot too. And like I said, I would normally sew this if I was not on camera. I would sew it all the way around. I love a sewn paper, and I sew a lot on paper. It's rare that I don't have a project that has sewing in it somehow or another. Okay, now how that's going to go is I want to get out my let's see, where's it at? My scoreboard. Okay, I'm going to get out my scoreboard, and I want to forgive me here. Move that out. This was a paper cutter at one point. I don't use it for that anymore. Okay, so now I want to figure out where the center is. Okay, so the center is right here, and I want to score it just because I don't want it to crack and whatever else. Okay, so we're gonna score it right about here. Okay. All right, there we go. And as you can see, I have some pieces coming up. It's okay. I will trim them right off. Not a big deal. Okay. And I also will place a piece of washi in the center of this where I scored it. Okay. There's that. And let me get out a piece of washi. I have lots. Let's see, which one do I want to use? I think I'm going to use, yeah. I have a lot of washi, y'all, as you probably all do. And I'm going to use this one. Okay, I'm going to use this one because I don't want it to. And then I will use art glitter glue on the washi. So I'm going to put this. I like to reinforce the flap over part. Okay. And let's see. Let's put this right here down the center. And forgive me if you hear my phone. I have a dear friend of mine. Son, if anybody's praying, please pray for my dear friend's son. He's a teenager and he was rushed to a children's hospital for seizures out of nowhere. He's a healthy boy, never had a problem, and he had a headache, and all of a sudden it just went south from there. And they found out he was born with something on his brain after having several seizures in the pediatrician's office, and he was rushed to the emergency children's hospital. And thankfully he's awake. He was not awake originally, and he's had some vision issues, and he's going to need brain surgery. So if anybody's a praying person, please pray for him. His name's Antonio, and he's a very athletic, active boy, and I've watched him grow. It's my dear friend's son, and I've just been keeping my phone by me for any updates. She sent me a pic today. He looks good. He's in good spirits. But all the prayers are welcome, and mom prayers too for her mom heart. Her mom heart is struggling, and understandably, we moms get it. Okay, so there's that so far. So, yep, there we go. Now, so you're kind of starting to see it, right? So here's the journal, and so like for example, I can make it like flip out like this, right? So it'll flip up, right, like that, or you can have it here and it flips up for a journaling spot, or you can have it just placed in there if you want and hold it down like this. However I mean, when I tell you this can be, I like to mass make these sometimes too. I'm kind of like wanting to, I said I was going to put the pocket here, and I will, but I think I'm going to put a pocket here too. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. All right, this pocket's going on here. All right, and sorry, I always put pins in my mouth because I lose them. I'm gonna put a little notch, ink it a little bit. I'm gonna put this here. Okay, and this was a leftover strip that I had from the kit. All right, so that's going there, and that's gonna be a little pocket. And actually, I think we're gonna use this as a little tag possibly. Or actually, you know what? I think this is gonna become a pocket right here. Yeah, why not? Right? Why not? Ooh, that's cute. Okay, I like that. And again, this is just a leftover strip that I had. Actually, I want it to face this way. I'm gonna put a little notch in it, ink it up a little bit, right? And just put this on, like this. Another thing you can do with this too is if you don't want to glue this down inside your journal, all, see, a little pocket here, a pocket here. And I probably would have cut this down a little bit. Honestly, I wonder if I can still get it up. Yeah, I can. Okay, let's take that up because I do want to, oh, thanks Art. Art glitter glue actually worked for me today a little bit, which is good. Okay, let me trim that down. I would have done that because it's not going to leave much room to get the, let's do this. And then let's re-ink. I didn't want to cut that like that, but you're not going to notice it later on. So it's okay, right? There's no mistakes in crafting world, they say. And if there is, we figure it out. Okay. Oh, see, that's much better. I like that much better. Okay. I'm happy with that. And actually, I think what I'm going to do is I have this beautiful lace happen to be sitting here. If I can find the end of it. It was for another project I was doing, but hey, it blends in too much. Oh, you know what I do have though? See, that's what I'm saying. You can add like anything. Here, look at this. Yep, let's put that on there. That's pretty. Let's do it. Okay, we're gonna put that on here, and then I think we may that on. I'm not sure yet. Let me think about that one. Okay, so you get the gist, right? Now, if you don't want to, like I said, tack this down because it is really cute. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to tack it down. I'm going to put another pocket right here. And you know what I'm using? I'm going to use the heart. I'm going to make this a little side like this. I'm going to make this little side tuck. Yep, that's what we're doing. Why not? And normally, y'all, I would normally back this with book page to make it a little more sturdy, but I'm just going to put it like a little something in it, so it's okay. All right, now let's tack that down like that. Well, this is cute. Okay, sorry, I got excited for a minute. See, and now you have this, and I will add labels and decorate it. And I'm kind of wanting like something here. I'm gonna end up stamping on this. I'm gonna end up sewing this and stamping on this. That's what's gonna happen. Okay, so now if you think, okay, we could do this. So this could be, okay, so it's going to go like this. So it's going to go like this, and it's going to flip up. You have a spot here, and I'm going to put a piece of a flip for writing. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. All right, I have other stuff sitting here. I have some paper, writing paper. You know what I'm going to use actually? So I had packing paper right here. I'm going to use. Let me get I have a scrap piece of packing paper. Okay, it's here somewhere. I promise. Okay, so I'm going to take a piece of this, and I'm going to kind of flip it. I don't want to cover this. Okay, because I have strips, right? Let's use the strips up. So I'm going to just take a strip of the packing paper. And I'm going to kind of like tack it on so it'll flip up and you can write in it, or actually, I'm probably just going to make a little notebook. See, I'm going to do this, right? And what's going to happen is we're going to do this, right? So this is going to go on there like that, and then it'll come out like that. That's what we're doing. All right, let's reinforce this though, right? So I'm actually just gonna fold down this rough edge, right? I'm just gonna fold that down, and then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put a cute piece of washi at the top. Oh no, you know what I am gonna use? I'm gonna use my leftover strip. And that's going to be like the top part of this, like a notebook kind of. All right, let's do that. All right, let's put that down. I'm doing this on the fly, y'all. So bear with me here. This is kind of how my brain works. So yeah, so I'm going to do this, and this is going to be the top. So it gives it a little bit of a decorative edge, I guess. Okay, that's that. And then how that's going to work is it's going to tack onto here like this, right? And then you fold it up into like an accordion like this, right? Like that. Except we're going to take it underneath because, all right, let's tack this down. I know what I mean in my brain. Okay, let's tack this down like this. All right, it's almost like reminds me of like a grocery list. I don't know if like anybody else does that, but I use these a lot for grocery lists. So that's just, excuse my dog. My son just came to pick her up. So I'm so sorry. Forgive me. My son worked a lot of hours this week, so he just went back to work after paternity leave. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? So this will sit in there like that. So now you just unfold it and you can write in it, but I will kind of like fix the edges. I want to like kind of decorate this a little bit, but of course I knew that wasn't going to happen for me. Okay, so what we're going to do is this, like that and like that. All right, because sometimes, yeah, she's happy. I hear her, and forgive me, I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. So now the edge is rounded, and you can fold it up. Oh, she's so happy. Her daddy's back. She's been with us for 3 days, so she misses her family. Okay, there's that. So we have a piece of fold out. You can write on the back, the front. Let me just trim this off a little bit. This loose piece back here. But this just shows you how you can use your scraps. I mean, you know, and then I if I had more time, I would attach more to this and fold it up more. So, okay, there's that. And then I have tags from the kit and a bunch of ephemera. So let's pull this out. Okay, here's a bunch of like little fairy. We'll pop her in here. Close that out. Let's pop this in here. And again, I'll go back later and I will ink everything in our heart. And these are all here. I have little pieces. Let's find a cute piece. Let's see what I have here. And I will go back and reinforce these and add them in. Oh, this would be really cute. This would be really cute in here. Let's see. Actually, that might end up in here somehow. More than likely. Okay, let's put that in the back. Okay. Let us see. I must have a little tag in here. I must. Okay, so I have this little rabbit. So I think I'm gonna just kind of like fold that and tuck that in there. And like I said, I'm going to go back and I will round the corners on these. I will back them. I will do all of the things to make it pretty. Oh, wait, hold on. I just found something really pretty. Actually, I really like that. Yes, I like that in there. So yeah, so that's how it is. That can even sit like that. Ooh, that's really pretty, isn't it? Look how pretty that is. And I'm going to add lace, and I'm going to add all kinds of sort of goodies. And so, like I said, this is going to sit over top of a page. And if you don't want, like I said, what I started to say before is if you don't want to tack it, what you can do is you can take a paper clip, right? And just attach a paper clip to it, a decorative one, of course. I have a lot of paper clips. And let me show you how it's going to look inside the book. And like I said, I'm going to go back off camera and I will end up sewing this. So that's why I'm not going to finish it completely right now. Because I do want, now I feel like I need to sew it. It's like I have to do it. Yeah, so let's lay it over a page. Here's a good page, why not? And we're going to just kind of do this. Right. Actually, you know what I want to do with this inside piece? I think I'm going to actually just put the clip here on the side like that, right? And tuck that. I will fix all this later, so bear with me here. But you see what I'm saying? Like, if you attach this now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach it on a page like this, right? You can just lay it there and attach, and it flips open, right? And you can pull it out, flip, right? Flip. And now you have pockets, you have all kinds of goodies in here. I am definitely going to be putting a decorative paper clip here. I have really, really cute paper clips, a lot of them. And so that's going to be down the road. But like I said, for now, I'm going to just flip it over top of my page like this. And now it becomes a flip. And if you want to just flip it out, you don't even have to take the whole thing out. You can attach this as well if you choose to. If you didn't want to put this on the back, you can attach this inside the journal and you can flip it. So it can flip like this, right? So, or you can, if you have a regular size journal, not a book, you can put it at the top of the page, right? And it flips over. And then on the side, flips over, right? So there's my flip. And like I said, I'm going to sew this. I'm going to add a cute paper clip. I probably going to add more to this. And I'm going to sew it. And but you get the gist. How cute is this? This is cute. I'm happy with it. Okay. Well, I hope you are inspired. I hope you like the idea. And let me cap my glue before I forget. And again, I will link the kit below in the description, and it's by Rach and Bella Crafts, and it's Step Into Spring, and it's a very pretty kit. And this is the cover so far on mine. Of course, I have a lot of work to do yet on this journal, so it's a work in progress right now. But I decided to do an altered book with it, and now I have my flip out of strips. So I used all strips to make my flip. And yeah, and look how cute this is. Such a cute kit. But yeah, so this is a work in progress. I'm almost finished with lining the pages and things like that. So, and on that flip, like I said, I will sew it. I will add lace. I will make it pretty. But for now, that's a work in progress. Thank you for watching, and I hope you were inspired, and I hope you all have a good day. Thank you. Bye.